This video is going to cover how to divide a polynomial by a monomial. And so we're going to start with a polynomial, 16x to the fourth minus 4x squared plus 20x. In fact, that's a trinomial because it has three terms. And we're trying to divide that polynomial or trinomial by negative 4x. Now, that means we have to take each of these terms and divide it by negative 4x. So what I like to do is I like to write each division problem individually. So we're going to take the first term, 16x to the fourth, and divide it by negative 4x. We're going to take the second term, negative 4x squared, and divide it by negative 4x. And the last term, positive 20x, and divide it by negative 4x. And then the answers to each of these will go together and form the polynomial that is the final answer. So 16 divided by negative 4 is negative 4. Remember, when we divide, we subtract our exponents, so 4 minus 1 would be x to the third. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is going to be positive 1. You can put the positive 1 if you want to. It will be okay to leave the 1 off, though, because we are going to have a variable part to this term. For the x part, we'll do 2 minus 1. So that comes out to be 1x, which you can just put plus x. 20 divided by negative 4 is negative 5. And these x's go away because 1 minus 1 is 0. So we don't have any x's left here. So this is our final answer. All right, let's try another one. Sometimes the problem might be written something like this, where they show the polynomial first, and then they say divided by 3y. Okay, so 3y is the monomial that we're dividing by. Just like this problem, it's just written a different way. So I'm going to take each individual term of this polynomial and show that I'm dividing it by 3y. So 36y divided by 3y, 24y squared, and that is positive, divided by 3y, and positive 6y cubed divided by 3y. Okay, and I'm going to just work each individual division problem. 36 divided by 3 is 12. Y divided by y is just 1. Again, we're using our exponent rule that says to subtract the exponents. These both have an understood 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So y to the 0 power is just a plain 1. And so essentially those go away. Here, 24 divided by 3 is positive 8. Subtract your exponents here. 2 minus 1 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is positive 2. Subtract your exponents and you get plus 2y squared. So this is your final answer. All right, let's try another one. 3p to the fourth minus 6p cubed plus 2p squared minus p divided by negative 6p. Okay, so again, negative 6p is the monomial that we're dividing by. I'm going to take each term individually and show that I'm dividing it by negative 6p. So I have negative 6p cubed divided by negative 6p. I have positive 2p squared divided by negative 6p. Then I have negative p divided by negative 6p. All right, so you see we've got some different things happening here. This is going to, 3 divided by negative 6 is going to be a fraction. And so because it's like that, we'll just think of it as leaving this fraction in the front as our coefficient and simplifying it to lowest terms. So 3 over 6 is a half, and because this is positive divided by negative, that will be negative 1/2. And then subtract your exponents on your p's, and you'll have negative 1/2 p to the third. All right, then here, negative 6 divided by negative 6 is positive 1. Subtract your exponents on your p's. 3 minus 1 would be p squared. Here, 2 divided by negative 6, again, that's going to be a fraction, so we'll just leave it in this fraction form and simplify it to lowest terms. 2 6 reduces to 1/3. A positive divided by a negative is a negative, so that'll be negative 1/3. Subtract your exponents for your p's, and you'll be left with p to the first power. And then here, this is understood to be a negative 1 on top and as the coefficient, and then negative 1 divided by negative 6, that's going to be a fraction. A negative divided by a negative comes out positive, and we'll just leave it as a fraction in simplest form, 1/6. The p divided by p is 1, or you can think of them as canceling out or subtracting your exponents. 1 minus 1 is none. So you're just left with plus 1/6 there. All right, just a couple more. A cubed plus 5a squared plus a minus 5 divided by the monomial, just an a. Okay, so again, I will write out each one individually. I just like to do it that way. A cubed divided by a, positive 5a squared divided by a, positive a divided by a, and negative 5 divided by a. Okay, so here we're going to subtract our exponents. 3 minus 1, that's a squared. 5 divided by the understood 1 is going to be 5. Subtract your exponents and you have a. Here, a divided by a is just 1. You can also think of it as a to the first over a to the first. Subtract your exponents, you get a to the 0 power, which is 1. And then here, we're just going to leave that as is. There's no numbered part to simplify. There's not an a on top to combine, so we will just leave that as is, and this is our final answer. Okay, I'm going to do one more division by monomial with multiple variables in it. Let's see, we have 20 a to the 5th b to the 5th minus 20 a cubed b squared plus 5a squared b plus 6, and I'm dividing that polynomial by a squared b. All right, so just as I've done on the others, I'm going to write each individual term and show that I'm dividing it by a squared b. All right, so the second term, negative 20a cubed b squared divided by a squared b. The next one, 5a squared b divided by a squared b. And then my last term, plus 6 divided by a squared b. All right, so this is an understood 1 here. 20 divided by 1 is 20. Subtract your exponents for your a's and subtract your exponents for your b's, and you'll get 20a cubed b to the 4th. Again, this is an understood 1. Negative 20 divided by 1 is negative 20. Subtract your exponents for your a's, subtract your exponents for your b's. Understood 1. 5 divided by 1 is 5. Subtract your exponents for your a's, that'd be 0, so there's no more a's. B's, that'd be 0, there's no more b's. And then on the last term, we're just going to leave it as is, 6 over a squared b, and that will be our final answer.